And now let's continue on to the
spoiler
section. Spoilers out in the open. Woo!
Quick things.
Everyone dies, and then everyone lives, and everything.
And then everyone dies, and everyone lives, and everyone dies, and then the worst girl comes to life, and then really quick, 2 things that they changed or kept out, as told by another reviewer who I listened to, and I won't say his name because I totally forgot it. I'm sorry. Basically, in the visual novel, Rika doesn't actually, or like the timelines don't actually continue afterwards. It's implied that Rika drags them back with her. So it's not so much like, oh, I'm going to branch off this timeline and like everyone, who has died is going to stay dead, but I'm going to move on to a new him and Aoizawa and keep going on that. I hope I said the name right. Basically, it's supposed to be, everyone come back, let's try this again, and please stop killing each other. And that's what makes more sense when their memories are actually linked. And then another thing is, why did Sadako's uncle disappear from the grave? Is Keiichi going crazy? No, what's her name covered for him? Mion covered for him, and basically had her mafia goons move it somewhere else because Satoshi was doing the same thing, and she noticed that.
Yeah, there's a lot of open-ended stuff. Like you'd have to look into a lot more of the details, but it does an adequate job.
Oh, and also Rika doesn't go back in time and do the thing with the villain.
Well, you don't get the part where Takano's friends gets thrown into the chicken coop.
Oh god, that's terrifying.
Yeah, let me do a little detail that I discovered is apparently in the sound novel. Basically, at the end when Takano is trying to escape from the orphanage in her little flashback, and they all get captured again, they beat up the ringleader of the friends that was trying to escape, and they beat her up to close death, not to death, but close death.
Close to it.
Cover her with birdseeds, throw her in the chicken coop, and let the chickens kill her. Very sad ending for that character. She just wanted to go to the happy orphanage.
Well, is Takano around in season 4? I just gotta know, honestly.
Oh, the flute part.
Yeah, if you did...
is she on friendly terms with everyone in season 4?
It's unclear, because, again, season 4 is a lot more,
it's non-canon as well.
There's a lot of random stories.
I just want to know if, she's still, okay at the end, because technically she didn't murder any... Oh, she did murder people in that one, actually. She murdered Rika's family. Didn't she?
I don't know, dude. Season 4 is weird. I don't know.
I mean, in the original.
Oh yeah.
Didn't she murder?
No, she murdered Rika's family.
Yeah, fuck Takano. She can go to
jail. Yeah, for those who don't know, season 4 is terrible, terrible fan service.
The best fan service.
I mean,
you get the whipped cream scene, dude.
In a way, it justified her character as being a sad character, but then she was going places, and then she just decides, no, I want to be God now.
Decides to suddenly become God.
I'm going to kill everyone in the village with the disease I have.
Yeah.
Because I want to be God.
It's not that she wanted to be God, is that she just wanted to prove that her uncle was right.
Yeah,
that her adopted father was right.
And that had symbolic meaning for her and yada yada yada, but she fucking betrayed everyone.
Yeah.
She didn't betray anyone. She was never on their side from the beginning.
She was in love with the camera guy. Her and
No, she was just using him.
No. Dude, at the end, she says, "Will you join me?" And he goes, "No, this is terrible." She goes, "That's exactly what I wanted you to say," because she cares for him, she had respect for him and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She knows what she's doing is terrible. She's just doing it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt some sympathy for her.
I did, but that was just because they made her backstory so sad. It doesn't And they do treat her like a villain, to the thing's credit. Yeah.
I would put her up in the moral gray area of villains at times.
I'm saying you can sympathize with her, but her actions are unjustifiable.
Yeah. I would agree with that. She's definitely a character that you're given sympathies towards, but it's not
that's a moral gray.
You can forgive her.
I'm not saying that's moral gray, yeah.
That's everyone. Just me, but...
Yeah, dude, she totally...
Now, Shion, in her crazy arc, was she in the moral gray area?
So this is when Shion...
She kills the entire mafia.
And kills the entire mafia, throws...
I would say yes until she starts choking the guy and putting Sadako on the fucking cross. That was when it's okay, step back, Shion, what the fuck are you doing?
It's because she's getting paranoid. It's part of the disease.
No! She put Sadako on a cross and started stabbing her.
It's part of the disease.
That's not paranoia.
That is paranoia.
That's rage. She was mad at her.
It's rage, yeah, but
that's still part of the disease.
I still think it's related to the disease. It's fucked up as it is, it's still her.
Yeah, but everything Keiichi did with the disease was just him trying to protect himself.
I know, but each
Yeah.
person perceives it differently. And so she was still paranoid about Satoshi. And because of that, that's what happened there.
Yeah. When little did she know Satoshi was.
Just sit.
Well,
Just
she even
in a
realizes
basement.
herself that she fucks up. She's like, wait a minute, I was supposed to defend her. Duh. My bad.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's part of the
Well,
paranoia.
that's the moment that like drives her
Yeah.
completely over the edge,
Yeah.
right? When she realizes, oh shit, the last thing he asked me to do was to.
Yeah, but
Take
the
care
actual
of
whole like
Sadako.
murdering the mafia thing, right? That wasn't from paranoia. That's because like you guys, she legit thought, and there was like reason to believe like they killed Satoshi.
Yeah, and that's part of the paranoia.
No, I'm just saying, even without the paranoia, was she justified in going against them after like? Because at that point,
Moral gray. It's a moral gray zone.
yeah, I would say it's like morally like at least a little bit justifiable because like
Yeah.
It's great.
this is like the group that she believes is killing people every year, right? So they're bad enough, and then she has her own like personal reason, like
Yeah.
I did all this for you guys to protect my boyfriend and stuff, and you guys killed him anyways.
It's great.
So it's like it's kind of justifiable revenge, but then
It's
she like
purple.
hangs the. It's Shion. That was an interesting arc. What would you guys say is like your favorite of the arcs?
Not the last one.
Not the last arc, yeah.
Not
Not the
obviously.
second to last one either.
But
Oh, the what's her name arc?
Anything that's in the first season, I think, would probably be better than anything in the second
But
season.
I honestly really liked the whole thing with Sadako, and they're trying to like get the town behind them and stuff.
oh,
That seemed like its own thing, and it was a pretty cool.
the arc when they.
The massacre arc.
I like the. I actually like the first arc where KG first remembers, like Reina's arc when she's going insane,
Oh yeah, that was
and
fun.
they have like the battle on the roof, and he's able to actually get through to her for the first time.
Mhm.
I thought that was pretty cool. That one, and then Shion's arc of her just fucking.
The
with
Answers
everyone.
arc, the Shion
The
Answers.
Shion Answers arc,
Okay.
yeah.
Because before that you're like fuck you Mion, and after that you're like fuck you Shion.
Yeah.
No, wait, who should I say fuck you to?
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, turns out it was Shion the whole time, and even more terrible things happen behind closed doors that you didn't even realize.
Dude, they were so trolling you with they started with the eye thing. It's like, oh, why do they have demon eyes?
Yeah.
And she goes, I'm a demon. And you're like, holy shit, what's this demon crap?
Yeah.
And
it
then he
turns
just
out,
turns
no.
around and goes, no, it's just paranoia.
Yeah, it's
Not till
straight
the
up
end
just-
though. They don't like explain it to
No,
the
okay, so the
No, it's
part...
like, no, really, guys, it's aliens now. I
Wait,
swear.
so
Yeah,
the
they're
part-
totally constantly misleading you, which is great.
That's because, again, the main villain, I forgot her name now.
yeah, because
Crocodile?
she's planting false information everywhere.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
also kind of her creepy thing.
She's giving everyone the false information.
just going about and being like, here's some for you, and now we're all gonna be confused.
Okay, wait. Now there's two open things that I needed to. I'm trying to remember. So the part where it's doing the first Shion arc before
Yes.
it's the questions arc. It ends with Keiichi getting like stabbed. Was that just his own like perception?
Yeah, that
okay.
was the disease.
Okay, that was just the disease.
That
Got
was
it.
him going on himself.
Just making
Yeah,
sure on
Clawing
that.
his own throat out, probably.
Yeah, I'm just making
That
sure about that.
happens.
And the second one was, what did they figure out with the hat? With when Sadako's the only one surviving that time around, and then they figured something out with the hat.
That it wasn't.
When they found Reina's hat in
Yeah.
the.
It wasn't from natural causes. Someone was like murdering. Well, it was more like yeah. With Rika's hat, it was more like she's running away from someone.
It wasn't. It was Reina's.
Reina's hat.
Yeah, okay.
And then with Sadako, it's like there was a murder that happened right before, and that murder is like super important because people
Yeah.
are trying to cover it up and stuff.
Mm.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm just making sure about that because I wasn't entirely sure what the whole. Oh, Reina dropped the hat in the water. What does that mean?
Well, and it had
no.
bloodstains on it, didn't it, or something? Like
No, it
that?
didn't have any stains on it.
Okay.
How long does it take for Rika to drag time back with her?
How long did?
Does as soon as she dies, does she drag time back, or
Well,
does it
I
happen?
mean, if you're dragging time back, it doesn't matter how long it goes. Remember, the timeline splits when she dies.
In the anime
new
version?
Yeah, in the anime version.
Okay, because they have multiple instances where they show stuff that happens after Rika's
Exactly.
died.
That's where that was not in the novels.
Okay, so in the novels, it always reset whenever Rika
Yeah,
died.
because it's dragging everyone back with her.
Okay,
Okay,
interesting.
but they only made.
But they were probably like, okay, we need a different way to explain this, so
Yeah.
we'll like move forward a bit. We can't just give random exposition.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, they needed to add those extra stuff about like
In order
What
to...
happens afterwards.
what happens afterwards and stuff like that to create questions.
Yeah.
I guess.
Which, as again, someone other people have already said, it kind of makes Rika a dick.
Yeah, I mean, if she's going on creating all these terrible, terrible
It's
timelines,
like another group of people who die.
it's just constantly multiplying timelines full of like
It's like when we
sadness,
talked about-
so she can try to find that one.
It's
that
like that
happens to be
one thing we
happy.
talked about last time with Kiri in UQ Holder is when she dies
Yeah.
does it create branching timelines or
Or
does
does
it
it reset?
reset and that timeline is destroyed? Because if it doesn't, all those other histories are really bad.
She's created a ton of terrible histories.
Because
where-
there's during the whole training arc, literally she just constantly is dying until she gets all the answers correct.
Yep.
So without her, a pivotal character, what happens? That's the same question there.
Yeah. Well, in Higurashi, I think
Well,
it's
in
pretty
Higa-
obvious
yeah.
what happens. It's
In
just that
Higurashi, it's they.
sad,
I don't think Rika would know,
sad
honestly.
time.
Yeah,
what would happen.
Rika's never
That's
gotten
true.
past that point. So
So she wouldn't really understand
Yeah,
that she's doing that.
yeah, but as you could see, everything is horrible afterwards.
Yeah.
Everyone's
At least for the
dead.
people in the town.
Everyone's dead. The one person who always ends up surviving at the end.
It's okay, most of them were assholes to Sadako. Or, Sadako.
This is true.
They were.
Oh, I need to get closer to the mic, I'm sorry.
Yeah, hopefully you've been.
You were
Her
taking it.
Shit.
But
Yeah, let's start talking about, I guess, the individual characters now.
I guess.
Sort of.
Characters individually. I mean.
Yeah, I can't really
Rika's-
talk about the music unless I talk about guys'
No,
best fan
shut up.
opening. Okay,
No,
okay.
shut up,
Anyone
no,
listening
shut
to
up,
this,
no,
look
shut
up
up, no, shut up, no,
Higurashi
shut up, no,
opening fan, like fan make or
A fan remake. Of
Fan
the-
remake.
You want the opening ruined for you.
if you want
The
the
second opening.
second opening. You mean if you want the opening to be the best thing ever?
Speaking of openings, though, I have to say that first opening fits the show just so
Guess
perfectly.
we're not talking about characters.
We will talk about characters in a second.
I know, I'm
just
just
while
saying.
we're on the subject of openings, the first opening for me just like perfectly represents what Higurashi's gonna be. Like, it's an extremely off-putting opening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The music, the visuals, the whole thing just like
It's
comes
kind of a
together.
red herring in itself, because, like, oh, look at all these evil little girls.
Yeah.
You're a red herring. You're a red herring.
Yeah,
What
it-
if I'm a red herring?
Throws them out there everywhere, even the opening. But the opening's just great.
So
for-
what if I'm a red
With all
herring?
the red herrings, it's honestly a little disappointing at the end, where, like, it's 5 episodes away from the conclusion, you're like, it's fucking talking now.
We know. We fucking know at this point.
It's like, what's even left to
Yeah.
say? She's been connected in all of this. Her body is never, like, and she's supposedly alive.
And
The whole thing with the bike when she, like, drives Keiichi after she's
Yeah,
supposed to be
exactly.
dead.
wait, did
She's supposedly dead at that point, and then she
She's like,
happens
you
to meet
never
Keiji,
saw me.
and she's like, "I never saw you. You never
That's
saw me."
such a terrible idea for her to do, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, I'm supposed to be dead. Better drive through Himenoizawa
I
and
know,
pick
right?
up someone who knows who I am.
But the whole entire point of that whole entire thing was, wait, the dead is walking? What? It was to mislead everyone. Because, like, they go, wait, those body records are, like, a day old, but she was alive. What's going on?
Yeah. How
Oh
does
my
this shit
God.
work?
Because then that's what creates that whole supernatural aspect of it, where you
Yeah.
think it's very supernatural, where you just go, is the dead walking? Is it,
Yeah.
like,
I would say,
is it aliens?
and that was pretty good, yeah. But like,
Yeah, it was a nice.
but like when it gets to the part when it should be obvious, you should just say it. Just I don't know,
Just
Don't
say
draw
it.
it out.
come out with like make the hints a little more subtle.
I don't know.
or-
Some people it takes longer to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
where it's
Even if they made it out.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when a character's revealed that they're the character the whole time. It's like, yeah.
though I did think they kind of tried to throw that off by like going, oh here now you can go into the shed talk no, and then she gets all cutesy and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's like but yeah. I think Perfect Insider hit its clues a bit better in this last episode.
We'll get to that in a bit. We're
Okay.
gonna. I've decided we're having a whole entire section just on that.
Just
But
perfect.
We're gonna keep going on Higurashi, and I guess to start this off,
So stop.
we're gonna start with that character right
Oh,
there.
yes, baby face.
Rika. Yeah, Rika's
Not
definitely.
Rika. Little Rika.
Little Rika?
No, I was saying,
we're not talking.
I was
about
saying Little Rika has an ugly face. We're looking at season 4 right now.
There is Little Rika, so I gotta make sure that doesn't blast through the mic later on. But
Yeah, but I'd say Rika's my personal favorite character
That's
of the
kind
show.
of a general
I
consensus.
mean, most people, I'm assuming, will think so. She's just extremely interesting.
wait.
She has all the cutesiness without being an annoying character.
That's
Like,
Yeah,
'cause-
she's got her taglines, but she's also pretty tragic too.
Yeah.
I mean,
every
everything-
character is tragic.
Every character's tragic, but
She
every
sees all
character
of
just
it.
gets to reset, and Rika doesn't. She just experiences this
Man.
shit over and over
Man.
again.
No.
No,
like,
wait,
okay,
wait.
so Reina has like the tragic backstory with her dad.
Yeah,
Mion and Shion are in the fucking like Yakuza.
and Shion's just been shit on by her family because
Yeah.
she was supposed to be killed and she wasn't.
I mean, and Mion has to like sort of feel that pain too, but she's
Yeah.
also like the person who tries to take care of everyone and feels the pain and stuff. Just like Reina a little bit. Reina has like that crazy shit that happened to her at the school and like when she
But that
broke
was
all
the
windows.
disease.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still tragic for all the characters, right?
Yeah,
Which makes it really interesting when like it actually goes to that really cutesy place where like all the characters are just doing like the funny, silly stuff you'd expect kids to do,
yeah.
Wait, I'm
and
gonna.
you know they're like dying inside.
I just remembered two things. One, the whole entire plot of Higurashi revolves around political and business deals, and it's all a background war that's
well,
manipulating
it's personal
everyone.
character relationships too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. Remember the whole thing is about the politics. Anyway.
Well, that's like the main solving plot point in the
Yeah, I
background, but I
guess.
wouldn't say that's the focus of the show.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know.
And the other thing is,
Honestly, this has the best excuse for power friendship I've seen.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, this literally is the show is answered by power of friendship.
But that's what it needs. It's like power of, dude, don't try to kill everyone. It's cool. Just chill.
It's like, I'm serious. I know you're going insane right now, but you need to pull your shit
Dude,
together.
that
I'm
scene.
gonna reach out to you, kind of risk myself for this, but
Yeah.
like, you
No,
need to
no,
calm down. here.
I'm just saying that scene, like at the second to last arc, where like literally it's just them, like after all, like the end of the massacre arc, it's all of them in this space time, and then they're just like reaching out to the ghost girl, and they're
It's
just like,
no,
we
don't,
need our friendship.
Stop Hanyu. Okay, no, can we
Don't-
talk about that arc really? Or-
don't mess with.
Man,
Worst
we are
Girl.
tangenting on these characters.
That's fine.
We'll go
Power
on.
of fucking friendship.
I mean, there's so much to say about all the characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember when I texted you while I was watching this? I texted you going, "This anime is power of friendship."
Okay, no, but dude, the fake power of friendship episode ending when they save Sadako in like the most heartfelt scene ever.
And then
She's like, "Help me!" And the police bust through the doors. And they're like, "Oh God, she's saved." We all work together as an entire town. Like this is all about like 4 episodes of hardship and struggle. Everything's happy. Wait, why is this called the massacre arc? Oh shit!
everyone just dies, and then you go into a less interesting arc of just everything is
It's
happy.
not just everyone dies. It's Takano like hunting them through the forest. Pow, pop,
Yeah.
pop.
Popping off one
Like,
character
And
by
the
after another.
horrible, tragic deaths of every character. Just.
Coming in one after another.
Okay.
Okay.
But I mean, like, I think I don't know. That whole last arc had no attention to it.
Oh, another arc I actually like from season 2 was the or at least part where it's like Rika like talking to herself, and then Sadako keeps like noticing that.
Oh, and she's
And-
like weirded out.
Yeah, and she
Rika's,
tries to like set
drunk
up traps
talking
to help
herself.
everyone and all that.
Yeah, and she sets up traps, and they actually get tripped,
Yeah,
and then they run away.
I even
and
like
stuff.
the after in the future scene where it's like what's his name trying to the detective tries to figure out what the hell's going on.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's like shaking a little girl and he goes, "Oh crap, I probably shouldn't be doing this."
yeah,
Well, because the whole thing about the Answers arc is that it kind of brings all the characters connected together. Of like, it answers like who's every like it even goes back to each murder and like how each murder was done and how they're related to each character. Like the first murder, you think it's totally unrelated, but no, the
Yeah.
guy was actually like a guy who raised Oishi.
yeah.
And like, so it's like, okay, that makes sense. And then you go to the next one, and it's this, and then it's this one. So you realize why Oishi is so involved with this case, and then you
Yeah.
kind of see how everyone's kind of connected.
I love how Oishi's like character interactions change throughout it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be friendly with Keiichi this episode. Oh, this episode, him and Keiichi fucking hate each other.
Yeah, it's always interesting to watch like what Oishi's gonna do
Yeah.
and how he's gonna interact with characters this time around because it's always different.
Yeah.
It's always effective.
No, that's the whole thing about also where Rika goes, wait, Oishi's being really friendly to us in this timeline. This is weird.
Well, okay. I feel like it was interesting that like the characters always seem to go after each other's throats because of their own paranoia, but in the end, like every character just kind of wants like something good.
Yeah.
Like no one's really an asshole except for Takano. That's the thing. Even like the mafia lady, like in the Sadako arc, it shows like, oh my god, she's actually not that like crazy evil.
She's the head person of the town, and they can't show weakness.
Yeah, she needs to keep up appearances.
She needs to keep her pin pan strong.
Dude, fucking Keiichi's like, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, are you fucking serious, Keiichi?
You don't understand what you just did right now.
It's the mafia.
You could have been like, I'll go kill the uncle, and then that would make
let's
sense,
go to Keiichi.
right?
So we went from Rika, now let's go to Keiichi.
Fucking Keiichi. Dude, we didn't even talk about Rika. Rika's adorable and smart and tragic, and whenever she's being annoying, it's on purpose to like draw away the fact. But she's also kind of dumb in the fact that she never goes, yo, I can see the future, like anytime like prior to this. It takes her like 400 fucking timelines to finally decide, oh, maybe I should actually share my powers and do something about
You'd
this.
think at least like 100 timelines in, she'd be like, hey guys, I can see the future, you're gonna kill each other. Let's try to work this out.
I feel like she did that once and found out that it didn't work, and then
but not doing it didn't work a lot more.
Yeah.
No, because she needed Ghost Girl there to be able to fix everything.
I want to shoot Hanyu. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, Hanyu is the fucking, what's it called, snarf of the series. If you ever watch fucking Thundercats. She's
not that
terrible.
bad.
She
She's
just makes
not that
annoying
bad.
little noises and goes, oh, I'm not sure about this, guys.
She's not that bad.
She's like what
She's
Morty is a
not that
parody
bad.
of. I don't know.
She's not that bad. Honestly, she's not that bad.
She's pretty bad.
She's not.
The plot involving her is even worse.
She's not.
Hanyu, come to life so we can beat the bad guy this time.
Wait, why didn't you do this beforehand?
We didn't know who they were.
We didn't want
But you could stop bullets.
Yeah, she's not that bad. I mean, it could have been my skimming through that last 11 episodes, but she wasn't that bad.
I didn't hear her talk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did.
I liked her when she was just an annoying voice in Rika's head, and then Rika like bullied her.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole time Rika's just like sitting there getting drunk, like talking to.
No, dude. And then but then the season 2 opening where it cuts and adds like the
Oh,
extra
hi,
5 seconds where she was waving to her the whole time.
Hi, Hanyu. We know who you are. Well, we don't really know who you are, but we're not going to question it. We're just going to pretend you were here the whole time.
Yep. Just cause. You know.
No, because she's related to Rika, so it's just like okay.
Why do you have horns? Oh wait, they never asked that.
It's a little fashion piece.
Yeah, totally.
Anyways, always bet against Hanyu and Salty Bet.
Has she ever been in Salty Bet?
Dude, yeah, it was her and then like Princess Sadako from season 4. They were like different character fighting.
Anyway,
so
Keiichi.
Okay, Keiichi, the guy who shoots 4-year-olds with a BB gun.
That was because of like bullying.
Mm-hmm.
That was
that was his reason.
By the way, that's every arc. That is every arc that Keiichi did that. Just saying.
That was always his backstory. That he moved here because he shot a couple girls with a BB gun.
Wait, no. Then that could be totally different like timelines because there could be the one where he gets bullied, and then there's the one timeline where he just shoots.
Oh God, because the whole detective thing. I forgot about that. Yeah, I didn't realize before, but yeah, the timelines can go back super far, can't they?
Yeah, so there could be a timeline. That timeline could have been easily the one because Keiichi could have moved because he was being bullied because there was that one
Rika
time.
had 4 years to prevent that shit from happening. She had 4 years, and people still died every single year.
Yep. And she kept getting closer and closer and closer.
Well, she's a kid.
The god's power was getting weaker and weaker.
But,
yeah. So I guess she kind of matured in that way, which makes sense.
I guess there could be easily a timeline where Keiichi just got bullied and that's all.
And he didn't shoot some girls with a BB gun. I mean, that's true. That's definitely true, but I think we have no reason to assume one way or
always,
another.
Reina always has like her dad like broke up with the mom, and then like the new lady's coming in, right? And Sadako always has the abusive uncle, right? And
Not
and those
every-
4 people
yeah.
always went through the same events and all died the same way through all that time.
No,
so
but,
I don't see any
but the
reason
thing
for
is,
Keiichi not to
so
have that backstory.
unless we could say that Keiichi's backstory is that he was bullied, so it put him over the edge and he started bullying other people.
Yeah, and that's why he moved to another school.
And they moved to another school, or they're 2 separate backstories dealing with 2 separate
Why
things.
would they?
I don't
They would
think
tell
that
us
would
if there
change,
was.
though. I think that's
The
something that
backstories
they
of
would
everyone else
mention.
doesn't change. Why would it suddenly do it for Keiichi?
No, because some of the backstories do change, like the detective.
The detective's like the only one, though.
That was such an ass pull. That was amazingly pulled out of the
No,
ass.
because
That thing was like, oh
Dude.
hey, my wife's not dead, by the way. Also, I'm here to help.
Just cause.
No, okay,
Just,
so
even though I didn't do this for any other episode.
he comes in 1 and he goes, "Hey, my wife's okay. I'm here on
See,
vacation with
here's
my
the
wife."
big thing. Why is Rika surprised by that?
Because I guess he doesn't.
She would know. If the wife wasn't dead, she would know that.
She doesn't know every timeline.
That's true.
She only goes back to the branching points.
No, she would know that he left early enough to go save his wife.
I know, but some of them, she doesn't know because that's why she's surprised. Because she's
Wait,
like,
at this point, wouldn't she have, like, quote-unquote, spawned in, later in the
yeah,
arc, so
but
she
wouldn't it
wouldn't be
save
around
your
to know?
progress from before?
No, because
in
it
the
never-
very last timeline.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't do
it
that.
just randomly throws her
Yeah,
into the timeline.
yeah. It's like a randomly generated timeline.
But that only works with the anime logic, not with the. Was that not included in the visual novels?
I don't know. We didn't play the visual novels.
Yeah.
But all I can say is that I'm pretty sure it's just RNG timelines. That's how it works.
All right, no more plot hole filling. Let's move on to Keiichi.
Yeah. KG, besides
The main character that ended up not being the main character.
He's totally not
Before-
the main
Before
character.
Hanyo comes in.
No.
nope. That's not gonna be.
Hanyo's the main character, right, guys?
It's
Dude, okay, the first arc of Higurashi was great, I gotta say. Like,
Yeah.
just rewatching it.
Throwing that.
Understanding
throwing
that, no, it's just Keiichi being a fucking nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just nuts.
This
Dude.
is true.
The needle in the food
Was never there.
I know, but wasn't that one of like the great? Like, didn't that actually seem kind of like creepy at the time?
Yeah.
Like,
I always-
It was
there's
like, oh
these
shit.
Well, the
4
thing is-
girls who want to fuck your shit because
Well-
you know something that they did, and then
Well,
they're
that's
just
the
sending
thing
you
is-
needles in your food because you're not showing
That's
up to
the
the meetings.
first arc. So the issue with that whole entire thing is that, like, you don't know these characters, so you don't automatically go, wait, there's something wrong here.
Why is
So that's
why,
your first impression of
Why
it.
is Reina holding a machete in that arc? Because everyone's fucking terrified of Keiichi at that point.
Yeah.
So she's bringing a weapon to defend herself.
Just in case.
Mm.
That was like, it's so cool to go back and see that. And I thought like at that arc, it was like, I don't know, Keiichi was doing the thing that like a lot of people would like think to do at the time, right? Like in a lot of points, like, oh, I'm super scared, I'm just gonna like shiver and be afraid and stuff. No, Keiichi gets a bat and he starts practice swinging his bat like he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
murder someone.
Yeah.
You do understand that was my joke that every single time it's like, hey, where's the bat? Where's the bat? Take
Come
out
on,
the
guys.
bat.
Pull
Because
out
he
your
always
bat.
takes out the bat and
Yeah.
just starts doing the swing.
He's like, gotta practice my swings. It's like-
And then you find out there was a baseball team.
Yep, there was at one point a baseball team.
Yay.
Oh, the part where he blackmails the best section of comedy in the whole series, where he finds the baseball star, and he
Blackmails him.
blackmails him. He's like, I know the real reason
Well,
you
I
like
like
eating
it.
sweets.
See, I like the part. I do enjoy the part where when they do the Sadako uncle first time,
Mhm.
and then like they do the whole thing about like
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's a
Keiichi
very
isn't a
driven-
beta. That's like an important thing
he's
to
a
say.
very
He's
driven
like
person.
super aggressive at points.
He's
Yeah.
a very driven person. That's
Sorry,
the whole
I
plot.
keep spitting all over the place.
It's cool.
But he's a really driven person.
Hungry.
Yeah.
He's so like, I don't know. There's like a lot of MCs are kind of just like preachy and annoying. They'll be like, "Yo, can we all get along?" Keiichi's like, "Oh, you're fucking with my spiritual little sister. I'm gonna murder you."
Yep. Yeah.
Well, that's because that's
I
his
mean, it's a
only idea
mix
at
of
the
the
time.
paranoia,
Yeah, it's 'cause
but
it's
it's
part of the
also
paranoia.
his personality
Yeah.
forming its way into doing that too. Like, I feel like as much it's not like a universal paranoia. Like, you're gonna get paranoia, but it's gonna manifest itself in different ways
Yeah.
based on who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's very evident in Keiji whenever it manifests, he takes like direct action against what he thinks is going on
Yeah.
by practicing swinging a baseball bat.
And when Shion does it, she becomes a manipulative bitch.
Yep. Oh yeah, Keiji also slams little girls' fingers in doorways.
Okay. Okay. That.
Like, that's gotta
See,
hurt.
the BB gun thing was on purpose. With that one, it's like fucking zombies are coming into my house. I gotta
He's
stop
trying to
them.
like smash.
Keiichi.
That part was.
That girl just put
pretty-
a needle in your food. And
Well,
and
in
they
his
know
head.
about a mystery, and they're conspiring murders in the town of Himanoizawa, according to a detective you know. And they're coming to your house because you're not showing up, and you know, and she was carrying a fucking machete behind you before. Dude, like, that was like, I would do the same thing, honestly. I'd
Yeah.
go, get the fuck out.
It's just so interesting to think about that first arc from like the other people's perspective.
That was honestly one of the scarier arcs. Like,
'Cause-
really.
Yeah, and they must have been like all the girls must have been seriously freaked out and like
Yeah.
just overly concerned about everything that was going on, and it was all just kindness being taken the wrong way.
Yeah, because he saw the needle, he saw the marker as a needle, and
Yeah.
beat them up because of it.
No, they
Yeah.
weren't using a marker at the time. I don't think they were actually trying to mark him. Would you really do that with like a crazy paranoid person? Take a marker and try to put it on
No,
their
no,
face?
no, no. They were trying to do the Yu-Gi-Oh thing where they're like, "This is a symbol of our friendship."
Wait, were they really?
Yeah, that was the whole
Yeah.
plot point of that.
Oh! Oh shit!
Yeah.
And then he goes, oh, "Why are you taking out a needle? Oh god!"
And
Yeah.
then he beats them up with the bat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're literally sitting there like, "No, stop beating us up with the bat," and he beats them up with the bat.
Holy shit!
Yeah, dude, that first arc.
Why
was
would you
just-
come in after you just slammed your fingers in the doorway?
Because they were concerned about Keiichi.
They're like something's going wrong
Something's
here.
going wrong.
Yeah.
We need to make sure he's cool.
And
Like, that's
I forget,
why
did he
he's-
break into his house, or does he let him in at that point?
I think he
I
lets
don't
him in at that
I
point.
remember.
Yeah, I don't
know.
remember. It was the
But
first arc.
That's why he like freaks out and apologizes so sincerely after he.
Yeah,
he remembers. He's like, "Oh God, that in retrospect, that is terrible.
Yeah.
I did something terrible."
I just beat them up for no reason.
I know. Honestly, like the hints in that arc got me like super excited. It's like, wait, why did I feel like there was gonna be a needle in here? And then you just like that like perked me up. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
They're connected? What's going
like
on?
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But I don't know, man. That part is great.
Yeah. Also, when Reina is not going crazy, she's like a really cool character. Like in the first time through the Mion arc, when she goes full detective and she's just like super smart.
Mm.
It's okay. I used the
figuring
backside
stuff
of the
out.
blade.
Yeah.
No, okay. So who does Keiichi end up with? What?
Wait, who's
Super unclear about that at the end.
He doesn't need to. That's its own thing.
Yeah. I don't ship in Higurashi.
No, because
They're like 12, dude.
I know, but the thing is, like, does he end up with Mion? Does he end up with Reina? That's the only questions that you have to ask.
Oh, in that arc, he gave the present he won at the game thing to Mion, right?
No, that was the massacre arc.
Was that the massacre arc? Okay,
That was
the
when
massacre
Rika's
arc.
like, yo, everything's just
But
gonna be boring.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing over and over again. And Keiji's
Keiji,
no,
like,
fuck you.
doesn't fuck it up.
And
He
then,
gives
but
it to the right person.
But in that arc, Shion does the whole, like, confessing for Mion.
You know, I can see why we're
Yeah.
explicit.
Huh?
I can see why we're categorized as explicit now.
Why?
Just the way we talk.
Yeah.
It's like fucking shit, fucking shit.
I can't avoid.
That plays well for audio.
Yeah.
Just crop that over the like picture and on the YouTube video.
But yeah, I mean,
Keiichi's cool.
but yeah, that
He's
whole
not-
arc. I think that arc ends with. I think it suggests that he ends up with Mion at that. Then
Keiichi's funny. And
Reina's okay. Mion's better. Shion.
Yeah.
no, I mean Mion's okay. I don't know. I think Reina's cool.
I like Reina.
I think I like Mion better.
I don't deal with Yakuza. I'm sorry,
Dude,
How many murders throughout the show has like Mion covered up?
enough,
Yeah.
enough that you go. Yeah, I'd rather be on this side of the fence here. Would you rather be on the other side?
Placing your bets now.
Would you rather be on the other side? Like, I don't know. It's like, hey, this person could easily murder me and then like cover it up. I want to be on that side of the fence.
Like Reina individually is scary, but she doesn't have an army behind her.
Yeah.
No, but that's the whole point, Connor. That's the whole point.
Reina with her.
You want to be on the side where you're not gonna get hurt.
Do you put your dick in crazy or in mafia? That's the question.
I choose mafia. Because then I get the connections.
Dude, crazy.
Dude, if you break her heart, they will like chop off your dog's head and mail it to you or some shit.
Then you just don't. You're stuck in there forever. You just go, okay, I'm here. I have to be here forever. I gotta bite the bullet. Gotta go for it.
You made your choice.
Nope.
I've made my choice and I'm gonna bury it.
You do not do that. Okay.
Mion's a nice girl.
Let's move on to the lollies. Or I guess we already talked about Rika.
Yeah.
Sadako.
Sadako's okay.
She's just there for...
I like the fact that she's like super scheming in the light bits, but whenever it's like the dark bits, she's always like the victim.
Yeah.
She's never the murderer, except when it's Keiichi on the bridge.
Except when she pushes Keiichi.
But that wasn't even murder, though. He survives.
Yeah, and also she just saw like Keiichi next to a corpse of Rika after he killed her uncle and all that crazy shit, and had a bat and yeah.
Yeah.
No, she had every right to believe that shit.
Totally rational.
Circumstance would.
And also, she has the paranoia disease, so it's an easy
Yeah,
shoe.
she's had it suppressed for quite a while too.
Yeah.
Because she's constantly being administered.
No,
as
I like that.
Holdover, right?
Yeah, I like that part where they're like, yeah, she has a disease. Oh no, what she's sick of? Oh, it's just a paranoia disease. Everyone has it.
Don't worry, we all have it.
Because it makes it kind of like, oh man, Sadako might die. No, it's just paranoia.
Yeah, here's the everyone might die.
Literally everyone.
That's how everyone has
That
to
is the plot of this. That's why the plot of this show works. Because we're only allowed to bomb you guys if everyone's about to die anyways.
Yeah.
It's okay, the demons come out of the lake. Because aliens crashed
You
down
gotta
there.
eat the organs, man. How did that turn from you have to take the virus and inject it so that it's like an immunity to you have to eat the organs?
I don't even know.
Old medicine. You know how old medicine is.
Yeah. So no one's like ever gotten cured from that, have they? They just like sort of suppress the.
Yeah, they just
has to
suppress
be
it
suppressed.
and forever stay in that town.
That's kind of a sad ending, honestly.
It is. But
It sounds decent. There's a
it's the
mafia
way
there.
it is.
As long as you hate bridges, you'll be cool. Or you hate dams, you'll be cool.
Yeah. Just hate the dams.
Don't like dams.
Honestly, I like a lot of shows that take place in small towns. Like small little interesting rural towns. I think it makes things a lot more interesting.
You are going to live with your uncle and your cousin in the town of Inaba.
Exactly.
Don't worry, your cousin's not blood related or anything. No, I'm sorry.
So much of the stuff I watch that I like takes place in little towns.
It's alright. If you're in a small town, it's more likely to be like Alabama anyways. So.
What? Want to say that again?
No. Did you see the picture where it's like relative dating, not the Alabama kind, in the classroom?
Oh my god. There wasn't actually for the once there wasn't actually an incest in this, was there? Wait, Mion and Shion.
No!
Season 4 doesn't count.
No,
I know, I'm making a joke.
Also, wasn't that like part of Keiichi's fantasy in season 4? Anyways,
No,
that's what I got from it.
No, I think that actually happened. That actually happened.
I mean, actually happens as non-canon bullshit.
Yeah.
But
Dude, the flute,
Even in
man.
universe canon.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, remember the recorder in the bunny suit.
I
Yep.
don't even want to know.
Dude, you gotta watch
No.
Dude, you gotta watch that one episode. You just sit through it. You bite the bullet, sit through it, and just enjoy it.
Also, can we talk about how much of a pedo Dr. Erie is?
He supposed to adopt them.
About that.
About that.
I don't know.
No, yeah, he
He
pops
just
up.
wants to give them kisses in special places.
He just appears anywhere where they're just like dressed up as something.
Yeah.
I need to take a bath. I'll be right there.
Don't worry, I got
I'm
you.
coming.
Oh,
Literally,
Dr.
in more
Erie.
ways than one. Sorry.
Dr. Erie.
But I mean, he's a cool pedophile.
You know.
He just wants to adopt them.
He's trying to prevent a virus from killing
He's just
everyone.
trying to adopt them.
You gotta
Yeah.
keep him around.
It works out.
Oishi as the ace detective.
Yeah, Oishi
Ace detective.
I don't get that, but okay. Dude, my two roommates would like call each other Oishi and Marabara after that for like the longest time. That's how they would always like say hi to each
It's
other.
like
Oishi.
That's pretty great.
That bromance.
Marabara and Oishi.
Fucking pig. Sorry.
What's the name of the other detective?
The young one?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Akasaka.
Akasaga, yeah.
Right.
I just remember it was a really weird like name like that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another thing Rika could have done. Just like, dude, go back. Your wife's gonna die.
Yeah.
She couldn't be that blatant. With it.
Instead, she's like, I'm gonna die at some point.
Go back or you'll
Yeah.
regret it. Ooh, spooky.
Dude,
Yeah.
he punches a van. It's cool.
Just be like, dude,
Okay.
your wife is in X hospital. She's going to fall down the stairs and hit her baby and die. Okay,
But the baby survives.
the baby will be cool. Like, just get your ass over there. This thing's gonna resolve itself. And the guy be like,
No, you have to kind of do that menacingly. You can't just... If someone walked up to you and just be like, yo, go back, everyone's gonna die. Like...
if they know the specifics,
I don't know. I
I don't think people are as dumb as movies make them out to be.
I don't know, because I have a... Like...
If they told you, hey, this is your exact address, this is the room your wife is staying in,
But she doesn't know all
this
this.
is the name you could ask.
Ask in a different time.
Yeah.
I know, but for me, it's just like, I wouldn't believe that. Like...
I don't know. I'd believe that over if somebody's creepily telling me go back. There's only death here, or something like that.
That would
That's
seem
gonna
like a
inspire.
threat.
Yeah, that seems like a
No,
threat.
that's
And
the
it
whole
seems
point.
like there's a reason for me to be there. If
Oh.
someone says your wife is in the hospital, I know she's in the
Do you
hospital.
really think he's gonna
and
punk
she's
out
gonna
because it's
fall
like
down
your
the
life's
stairs
in
and
danger?
die.
He's like a new and upcoming detective. He's like, I'm
I-
Mandy right now.
I feel like I would more go over through the
It
threatening.
only works
over-
because of an asshole, honestly.
Yeah.
Rika doesn't remember that ever working.
It works some timelines.
Well, maybe she did it in that
Somehow.
timeline. Maybe she straight up told him in that timeline.
Who knows?
No, because even in the timeline where like everyone dies in the future, his wife's alive there too. Like anything in season 2, his wife survives.
Somehow.
In
Oh,
all
we're
of
on a
the
different time. We're on a what is it called? A new integer timeline. The ones. What was it called in Steins Gate?
Oh, they're on the beta line.
Yeah, they're
The
on
beta.
a different
It's the
beta line.
alpha, beta,
Yeah.
and Steiner line.
Hmm.
Yeah, and they needed to get to the Steiner line. No, that's what I said. Science Gate 0 is going to be really interesting because it's going to take place on the beta line.
How much did this remind you of Steins Gate? Honestly,
I'd rather been watching Steins Gate.
What?
Do I watch my favorite anime of all time, or do I watch Higurashi? That's the question. I can rewatch Steins Gate all the time.
Well, it's alright. Every anime I watch, I'd just be like, I'd rather be watching Berserk.
No, because the thing
Too
is,
bad
like,
it's not out
because here's the thing with Steins Gate,
or
where
even announced.
the way that they tell the story, the timelines are connected more. Because the thing is, the reason why I kind of felt disjointed about the first season is that I didn't feel the connection between each iteration. I just felt like I was watching a bunch of events unfold, and then just, let's take new characters.
Because there are all
and
the
do it.
possibilities. They all are supposed to start from the same starting point, and then based on like little reactions, end up in different spots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what I liked about Steins Gate, where they kind of showed the different diverging points and how each different effect were diverging.
I feel like
I think
Steins
that
Gate
was less of the point of Higurashi, though. Like, Steins Gate's specifically about time travel, whereas Higurashi's about
Also about
more.
time travel.
It's more of a mystery than it's about time travel.
No,
I
well,
think.
Steins Gate's
It's
about
like-
history.
Connecting. I don't know. I haven't watched Steins Gate, but Higurashi,
It's a mystery.
Steins Gate doesn't butterfly effect enough, in my opinion. Like they always end up. Oh, these are the three friends that know each other. You're
Yeah.
part of our group now.
No, yeah, it doesn't do
Because that whole
it
fixed
doesn't.
timeline thing that I don't think actually works.
Well, it's
The
different.
timeline's not gonna be based off of one person. Be like, oh, since this person died, it's a huge major thing.
The thing about that is the thing about Steins Gate though, comparative to Higurashi, is that in Steins Gate the way they have it's the different ways of telling time travel. It's the different ways to tell time travel, and in Steins Gate has the fixed lines comparative to Higurashi that has the less fixed lines.
Yeah. Well, also, if we go by sound novel style, this isn't actually diverging timelines at all. This is just resetting.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resetting timelines
Again,
every
this is-
time, which is
this-
completely different.
Yeah, there's there's too many concepts of time travel, and these are just two separate time travels. I just prefer the time travel that's told in Steins Gate over
Yeah,
the time travel.
Higurashi is more like a certain recent game that we can't talk about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. It kind of is like that, isn't it?
That's your fault, isn't it? Sorry.
That's your fault, yeah. Except in that one, they remember. They remember that.
They don't really remember.
They will remember
Yeah.
that.
Still, I think Higurashi, as much as the time travel is very important to it, I don't think it's the main focus of the show.
It isn't. It isn't.
So
But again, it's like the preference of time travel. Where
Yeah.
because I for some reason I
don't know, a show meant to be about time travel versus a show that contains time travel, the one that's meant to be about it is obviously gonna do it better.
I know that they're gonna do it better.
It's just to be assumed.
No, I prefer. I don't like I like the more continuous story over the disjointed story. That's what I'm trying to say. Where I like.
This just had a different experience. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's a different experience. I like that season 2 a lot more because it felt connected. Every story just felt connected to each other. Of Rika going back, and then it felt more of
more connected because it was like question, and then answers for those questions.
But again, that's what I liked about the second season over the first season. Even though I don't like the arcs in the second season, overall I liked how they did it, where it was Rika is basically Okabe going back in time.
Yeah, I mean, the explanation I thought for this was really good. Generally in a mystery, it's like, okay, the explanation better be worth it at the end, like what's actually happening here. And I thought it was pretty worth it. Like, the payoff was pretty cool. It took forever, though. The execution was kind of crap at the end.
The last 11 episodes could have been done in 5 episodes, but again, I prefer that.
Like, the way they explain it. It works pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike the cast, but I mean, I didn't like every character of the cast. Some of them just felt nothing. Mm-hmm. Like, I liked Mion, and I could have taken her leaving right now.
I liked Rika a lot.
Yeah.
Of course, she's the main character. Geichi was great. Sadako, I could have taken her left that, depending on my the feelings of that day. Shion's pretty good.
Oishi was great.
Yeah.
Toмотaka was a nothing character.
Toмотaka is, I'm going to die in a few episodes, just give it a little bit.
Akasaka punched the van. I'm not letting that go down. That was a moment where I said, wow, what am I watching?
Where I was like, we need a cute guy, quick, put in this newbie detective.
No, you remember that. Remember, it's literally, hey, you punch, the elite guy of that group punches Akasaka. He literally goes, that punch was weak. This is how you punch like a man. And he punches a van. And I just went what am I watching here? What is this?
Yeah. Can get a bit strange at times.
Yeah. But overall, I guess Higurashi is Higurashi. Destiny is Destiny.
Yeah. It's its own thing. It's unique.
It's a lot of fun to show people.
Yeah.
To see their reactions.
I feel like
then again, so is Boku no Pico.
oh god.
I'd rather no I'm kidding.
What? I would kill you.
This would literally come to the point of repeating Higurashi.
Oh, we're here, folks. Here, mark this time point.
This is where Andrew dies.
Let me get my headphones ready.
Oh no, I lost my Swiss Army.
Gonna strangle.
Cornered.
Connor grabs the knife first.
And now Connor grabs the knife. He has the knife in his hand.
Oh god.
Oh god. Oh god. Ah!
Yep.
End of the Higurashi discussion.
Just cut right there.
But anyway, overall, Higurashi. Did we talk about all the characters?
Oh, we talk about opening an AD now.
We did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we talked about it earlier.
We talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, but that covered it.
Generally, the music's okay and the animation's crap.
Characters are pretty good.
Characters are good. The world's alright. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say. You watch it for the story and for the execution and stuff.
Yeah.
Not the horrible timing of the execution, but whatever.
You know.
Some people might say this is brilliant execution. It's art.
No, most people are like, why is this taking so fucking long to do anything?
Yeah.
Well, it's 50 episodes.
It's like, you already explained what was happening. You don't need to tell me a 7th time.
Yeah.
Dude, take Higurashi and condense it down to a 30, and you could have done the same deal.
Yeah, and it would have been great.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think anyone who really likes Higurashi understands that it's obviously heavily flawed, but that doesn't make it bad.
Yeah. Definitely watch. You haven't.
Yeah.
Been watching.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Alright, this thing's sizzling down.